It's messy, man. It's
No,
messy.
it is. Speaking of the news though, I
Hmm.
as soon as I've been seeing these shits, bro, I knew you was finna find this like fucking.
What?
You saw that Marvin Sapp shit, the ties at the
Oh
church.
my gosh. I want to hear Pat. Pat, what would you do in that situation?
You talking about like if I'm in the crowd?
If you're at church and the pastor says, "You know what? Lock the doors." Right? Bring them baskets. What are you, Patrick Scales, doing, y'all?
I put this on my
Like,
life. I'm not. I don't. I know people were like the funny answer I would say is like, yeah, I'm not. I'm running towards the door. Like I'm walking out. There's no way that you're locking me in this church. But the real answer
yeah,
is, if I went to church, because I feel like tithing is a part of church in a way.
it
Like
is.
I think you should tithe if you go to church. I don't go to church, but if I did, I feel like I would.
Yeah.
You're not getting more than like $10 out of me. Like I'm not putting more than $10 in that basket. I don't care what you're gonna
Yeah.
say to me, like what kind of Christian I am. If you're gonna say something about my character, you're not
Uh-huh.
getting me to put more than $10 in that fucking basket. If you're gonna lock them doors, yeah, like what what
That's
what
where he
what, what do you
lost.
expect me to do? What do you expect me to fucking pull out my checkbook and write $1,000 check? Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
It was that was crazy, man. Because like you said, tithing's natural, so it's actually assumed that everyone tithes. So he was asking for additional funds, and I was like, I'm not a big fan of impromptu like financial mess. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me know when we get in the line for pizza patch that you don't have it. Let me know that in the car. You feel
Yeah,
me?
we it's like a
'Cause
it's like a 20-minute line. Start patting my oh oh shit, bro. I don't got my shit. Hey, bro, you think you could cover me?
you feel me? Like that's what I don't like personally. So I feel like he pulled one on everybody because there are people who came in that Sunday, they already tithed. And then he's like, matter of fact, actually while we're here, I just need another 20 from everybody. And it's like, gang, what?
Oh, this was
No.
after they tied.
Yeah, yeah, you already tithe, Pat. Like the tithe is assumed every Sunday, and it's really not even every Sunday. Most of us get paid bi-monthly, right? So
Right.
twice a month. And so you already tithed when you got your check. You're supposed to give your tithe immediately, right? And then whatever, like some people get paid like weekly, so they might come in with cash, but no one really tithes cash like that anymore. It's 21st century.
See, that's the thing. I think that
So,
when I was going, which we went to like we were going to church consistently back probably like 10 years ago, actually. So they were still passing
uh-huh.
baskets around. So it's like that's like how
Yeah,
they were tithing. And I don't know how. I think churches still do pass baskets around.
they do. They
But
do.
I know you're supposed to give like I think it said 10% of your salary like to the church,
Yeah.
something like that. What would you do? What would you do in that situation if he was like, lock them doors? We need 40 bands
I ain't
before
moving.
everyone leaves here.
I'm not moving. First of all, I don't even carry cash like that. And I get it, you can send it. I'm gonna be like, guys, I tied already. Right? We have to let you this is my pizza example. You waited till we were in line and then said, "Oh, by the way," and I personally don't play that. Cuz then it sounds like you're trying to get over on people.
The by the
That's
way
how I
game.
feel when people do that. Yeah, the by the way stuff that people do, it feels like you're trying to get over on somebody, and I don't play that because I'm like, I don't think that is in the Bible what you're doing. Because you lock the doors, stop playing, bro. You feel me? And a lot of people were joking, like, y'all got to put your hands on me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like,
Bro, you been seeing the you remember when
yeah,
Antonio Brown kicked the punter in the face? Bro, people were like,
I've
bro,
been seeing that one.
the
Yeah.
musher's gonna have to see me, bro. I'm putting a shoulder down for sure.
And if I'm an usher, I'm not even locking the doors. I don't want that smoke.
No.
Are you crazy? You feel me? I don't want none of that smoke. I'm not locking no doors.
Absolutely not.
So he Marvin really he did his big one with that, man. That was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
For sure. And you know, I was talking to my mom about this.
Yeah.
That is like one of the only places you could do something like that. Imagine if
Man.
a teacher in school was like, "We need everybody to go to this field trip. None of you guys are leaving this classroom until you guys all pay your field trip dues right now." The church
Yeah.
is the only acceptable place where something like that could even be fathomed as like kind of normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? I'm glad you said that because that's bad. It's bad that we would normalize that type of behavior because we think it's a sanctioned place. right? A holy place when like you said, anywhere else, if you did that, like people were like that'd be called a hostage situation. Like if you did that. But because it's church, we letting you get it off. It's like, come on, man. And it was interesting, even Marvin, his comments, he was so unapologetic about it. He said, "Oh, I didn't realize people interpreted it that way. I didn't mean it that way."
You
Said
know when
lots of
somebody
people.
is so unapologetic when they start apologizing for the tone of their voice. That's what he was like. He was like, I can apologize for the way that I said it. It may have came off harsh. And then any apology with a butt, I'm not having it, bro.
Pat, we can make that a whole subject. I'm so big. And it's funny, me and you have developed this in our friendship where, we've known each other so long. Me and you are very big on like, if you're wrong, it's okay. Just say, I was wrong. Don't say, I was wrong, but, and then proceed to tell us that you were not wrong.
It negates the apology. And I've been
Yeah.
around people who only apologize like that. Like the only way that they'll apologize,
Yeah.
it's like they'll say like a heartfelt apology. Like it'll be like one of the best apologies I've heard. And I'm like, this is like I couldn't, agree more. Like
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing this. And then they hit me with a but. And then literally that one word will negate everything they just said. And people don't even realize that sometimes. It's sick. But like you said, I would never apologize with a but to you. Like it doesn't, I don't know. That just, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, I know where it comes from though, because like when you're a kid and you do something wrong and your parents catch you, you're like, "I'm sorry, mom, but da 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 da." You feel me? You're trying to explain yourself and how you feel, but that's what you're supposed to do before you apologize, not after. Because once you start doing that after you apologize, it sets up this tone of like, "Yo, was that apology in the beginning even real, or were you just using that to set up your side?" Versus when you apologize after you explain yourself, it helps me see it first, and then still we can evaluate that you were wrong, and then you apologize, and then it's like that's a proper apology. You know what I mean? So, and then sometimes I feel like in life, sometimes you don't always need to explain yourself either. You can just apologize. Like you don't have to always go into, But I think that's a social media thing where people have picked up this habit of like, I'm never in the wrong type thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
No, for sure, for sure. And if for some reason, if I felt like, I really don't want to fight and I don't think I did anything wrong, I'll sit and apologize for how you feel. Like I'll be like, I
Yeah.
apologize for the way that I made you feel,
Yeah.
and just leave it at that. And then they'll be like, well, what do you mean by that? I'm like, literally what I just said. I'm too old, bro.
Yeah.
I'm too old. I have to put my energy in a lot of places, and I'm not really trying to fight with anybody. It's just not
Same
what I want
here.
to do.
Same here.
He's got some good songs on there. I will say that, but as a whole, I don't feel the need to play GNX back over and over again. It was a good album. I will say that with some good songs, but no, I will say it is different. I think dropping music now is different. I think that we saw that shift at the late end of like the 2010s. People aren't dropping as consistently, and there's like people don't really follow release dates like they did early 2010s for sure. But even like throughout, I really love when Baby Keem drops. I listen immediately. It used to be like that with Baby too. I mean, Baby dropped to me like a classic rap album in 2020, which is like the beginning of the 2020s. So if he would have kept it up, I really do think he would have been in that top.
I agree.
Young Boy can't stay out of jail, so it's kind of hard to put him up there.
That too.
You know what I mean? Cardi's just kind of like, Cardi really might be on top of that because that nigga Cardi is he's like somebody said this and I really do believe this, bro. I think he's the hood Michael Jackson, bro. I really do. I really do. Like I think he's the greatest rap performer of all time, 100%. Nobody can draw a crowd like him
On stage
on stage. Yeah.
between him, Travis Scott.
Yeah, I mean Travis doesn't really do what he used, especially that whole spiel after the Astro World situation just
I agree.
changed. Like it
Changed
just
everything. Yeah, because I went to his recent one and I was like, this isn't as lively as I would have imagined it'd be. But okay, that's interesting. I got to listen to the Playboy Cardi album. I haven't even listened to it, so I really don't know. I heard it was good though, but a lot of guys were saying it was rock, like a lot of rock and roll, or
it's kind of just like I don't know. It's you don't really he's so like gender bending, not gender bending, genre bending. Jesus,
genre, right? Yeah, it's like okay,
gender
like,
bending
do
is
women make a
crazy.
type of music, Patrick?
John
Right.
Rabinding. But yeah, nah.
Yeah.
He sold 500K, bro, first week.
Oh my gosh, he sold 500K.
500K.
Oh my gosh,
You know what that
Drake and Party only did like two something.
Yeah, I could be. I know I saw
Yeah.
500K units. I don't know if that was combined from the day that I seen it, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it's
Yeah.
500K first week.
Got to give it a listen. Playboy Cardi was the guy in high school, man. I think what's underrated in my opinion is his longevity. I think his
Exactly.
time horizon when he came out, people thought maybe 2 3 years he'd be popular, and it was sort of phased out. But his time horizon has been long exceeded whatever expectations he had when he dropped what Magnolia in 2015 or whatever.
Yeah, I
So
think that was like 20, actually
yeah,
2017.
right in New York, I really rock. Ooh, I didn't know I saw it. Ooh,
Yeah,
I got
that whole
yeah.
self-titled, bro, is crazy. He dropped self-titled, Die Lit, Whole Lot of Red, and Now Music. It's
Exactly. He's on a run. Yeah, man. In the trap genre, he it looks like he's gonna have four classics, which is already sets him apart from a lot of guys. But that's interesting. You said something interesting in there, though, P. I wanted to dive into. You were talking about like people aren't really dropping the same, like as far as music goes. And I heard on another podcast, well, not even on another podcast. I've been hearing this topic a lot lately. Like people talking about is life hitting the same as it used to, and like we're the new adults. And I want to get from your perspective, not to be too nostalgic, but like, do you feel like life is hitting the same? Like, are you excited about the same things? Are there things that excite you, or things just sort of monotonous, like as far as like work and money, friends, da da da. Like, what are you feeling?
yeah. I mean, I think I'm at a point where I got to realize that the things that made me that I was excited
Hmm.
for, that made me happy when I was younger, just aren't this. Is just not gonna. Is not what's gonna make me happy now because I have different responsibilities. Like back in high school, I didn't really have to work to pay bills.
Yeah,
I just worked to have fun with my friends. Like if we wanted to go to McDonald's, if we wanted to watch a movie on the weekend, I had a lot of money because that's all I had to pay for. My parents had everything else. But I don't think
yeah,
I had that foresight as a kid to know, okay, there's going to be a time in my life where I'm going to have to pay, I'm going to have to work to pay for everything that I have. And the more I work, the less free time I have. And the less free time I have, the less I get to spend time with my friends. It's not as simple, I don't think. And I wouldn't even say that it doesn't hit the same because even though I'm not at a point in my life where, sometimes I had a lot more free time or I was able to, do the things that I wanted to do and I work less. I can't fade and sit up here and say that my life is horrible. Like my life isn't what I want it to be for sure, but I'm happy. Like I'm happy. I feel like I'm living a great life. I love my life right now. So I don't know. I think it's just like it's just so different from like being 18 to 25. Like you just go
it
through so
is.
much more shit and you realize that is just like it is what it is. Like it is what it is. And you're either gonna lay
Hmm.
down and let it just life have its way on you, bruh, or you're gonna get up and do the things that you want to do and do the things
Yeah,
that you have to do so you can do the things that you want to do. That's how I be seeing it, bruh. It's kind of hard to see that though. Like you have to talk to people about it because once you start internalizing this stuff in your brain, then you just start
yeah.
playing like an evil game of ping pong with yourself, bruh. And it's not good. Like you start really making shit out there that's not a real life thing or a problem. How do you feel about it?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, especially on the piece of you go through so much, I guess, from teens to 20s as far as development goes. And you have to sort of strike like a balance of wanting to pursue things, but then also like just enjoying the moment that you're currently in because you're not going to get it back. So I think that's why people become so reminiscent of things like college or even high school. Like I was on the phone with Jamarcus the other day. We talked for like an hour just about shit that was happening in college. And I was like, damn, I missed those times. We both agree we missed those times. But then at the same time, I had to catch myself. I was like, but I'm happy I'm where I'm at today. Like, I don't need to go back. So you got to strike that balance. I do feel bad though, because it just seems like life is about to get a lot harder for each generation just in a different way. Because it's like the previous generations had a lack of technology, but a lot of human experience in relatively stable economies, like post World War II. Not to get too technical, but like for us and the younger ones now, the value of a college education. I was looking at a stat. They're like less and less males are going to college now, And I'm like, I think it's because the value add of college really isn't showing itself in society. Like, you are seeing people get college degrees and make 30K after school. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't even know what. So you would have been better had you just worked, and now you have X amount of debt. So you it's like a double whammy. You feel me? So I don't know.
Yo.
I think technology as great as it is. It's as if it's giving while taking at the same time.
We're able to see, we saw the progression like happen in real time. So I do think we have that advantage. Like, growing up, we barely had technology. Like, it was, very minimal.
Yeah.
So I know, like, I've seen people go from wanting to play outside and doing all this stuff to just being on their phone and shit. I mean, probably me and you can relate. I've had times where, like, I think everybody has, honestly, watching this. You've had times where you were on your phone like way too much and you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
like, I'm wasting so much time. There's so much more things that I could be doing. So you've experienced, like, we've experienced it. And I think, explaining to them, because I don't want my kid to have a phone before, like, or like a smartphone for real, like before the age of 10 or like shit, maybe even earlier. Cause I didn't get my first smartphone until I was 13 years old. And I'm so glad my parents did that for me.
Same. Yeah, I ain't get my first till I was like 12-ish, 13, same. Yeah, man. I was talking to someone who's raising kids, and man, like the stuff he has to do to try and protect them in ways, I'm like, damn, bro. It's crazy because if you grow up as an iPad baby doing TikTok dances, like that's all you know. And if you find out that the social interaction is just not there, especially if you don't play outside.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so then you get into the real world and you become a really awkward person to be around, and you find yourself struggling. So there's a lot to unpack with raising kids, but hopefully that's some time from now. But we getting up there, P. We getting up there now. You feel me?
I got 3 weddings next year, bro. 3 already stacked up.
Weddings? Let's talk about weddings, because me and you have been to some weddings.
We have none
feel
with
me?
alcohol.
Yeah. None with alcohol. God man. Bro, like, I'm sorry. I want a PSA. If your wedding doesn't have alcohol, don't invite me. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, that's on my behalf as well. I swear on everything. Don't invite me. I don't want
Don't
it.
invite me, bro. Or if you do, just know I'm pulling up with that umbrella, and you know what's inside.
Yeah. If you invite me, just know that it's like he just said. It's going up. I'm gonna have a good time. Take that whatever you might want to, but
I'll tell you a story. A wedding. I'm not gonna name the wedding. Almost every wedding's outside. Okay, Patrick.
yo,
Do you know how it feels to be outside and it's hot as fuck, and you guys are running late, the wedding's running behind, and you are expected to just sit there in a full suit? Bro, Patrick, I went back to the car, grabbed the umbrella, took my jacket off, came back happy as hell. They ain't know why. You feel me? Came back, I was happy as hell, bro. I think we had tequila, some Hornitos, your drink.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we had a little bit of that going, you feel me? And then, and I hate to sound like an alcoholic, because when you tell people, don't invite me to your wedding, you sound like the person who can't be a regular person. But it's like, bro, you don't know how long weddings are. It's your special day, but for me, it's just Friday. You feel me?
Unless I'm in it. Like, if I'm in it, I'm not
Right.
I'm not gonna be up there trash. Like, that's just not what I'm gonna do. Like, if
Thank
it's your
you.
wedding, it's no lick, it's your day, bro, and I'm that important to you that I'm supposed to be in it. Like,
Yeah.
I respect that. But like you said, it's and I think there's certain things that are attached to alcohol. Like, I'm not an alcoholic, but I like to drink. It's like, if I'm
Yes.
going to a party, I'm probably gonna drink
Better.
because
There you go.
when you go to a party, you think like, oh, there's gonna be drinks here. Let me drink.
There you go.
You go to a wedding, the first thing you think about is drinks. You think about like that's what's tied to a wedding is a reception. No one really cares about the ceremony. Like, people do, they love to see, oh, like, yeah, but the reception.
That's for the girls. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
That's how I
that's
see
what
it.
we get. I agree with you, man. And it's funny. I know you've noticed things because me and you have been about 2 weddings together, I guess. Is it 2?
Yeah, too.
And so I've been to maybe 5 total since I've turned 20, and it's helped me sort of shape what I'm looking for, I guess. in a wedding. Like I notice certain things annoy me. Like wedding food, I've learned wedding food for the most part from my experience, typically bad. Like
No, yeah.
not bad, atrocious, but like barely edible. You feel
T's
me? For the
wedding
most part.
was phenomenal. Their food was ridiculous. My God.
Really? What they have?
It's just like a regular like wedding plate. It was like chicken, vegetables.
Yeah.
I think they had like
Right.
some other kind of meats, pause. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
everything else it was good, bro. It was
That's
really good.
nice. Yeah, I don't know. It makes me debate what is most important in a wedding. And it sucks because as a guy, I don't think you get much of a say. It's kind of like who you're marrying is going to sort of, the girl's going to sort of pick it. But if I was a dude, like, as my bad, not if I am a dude, not if I was a dude, but as a dude, I think for me, venue to me matters a lot because that sets the scene, right? Alcohol, of course. We got to loosen up. Like,
Come
come
on.
on now. The suits, all that dresses. We need everyone to loosen up. Food is probably third most important thing to me. I see people don't put too much emphasis on it, and then it's music after that. Because
I'm so glad. I thought you were gonna forget music. Music is important.
no, no. Music. I have not experienced a lot of weddings that had great music. They might have that song or two, but bro, getting the Morgan Wallen off or get it like, come on, gang.
You missed out on T's wedding, bro. T's wedding had all that.
I know, and I'm really sad I missed that. If I could go back in time, I'd go because I forgot I had something going on around that time, but I did miss that one, and that one would have been the one too.
Yeah, it was good.
Did
It was
KJ go?
KJ? Nah, KJ wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. It was just. I seen people I saw there, but I went by myself. Like I was just there, dolo.
Man, shout out to them.
Yeah, for real.